Children, myself, Mrs. Romaputran, teaching in standard 10th from Shrivati LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. Children, today we are going to start with exercise 1.4. Question number 1. Now question number 1 and question number 2 we are going to take together. In question number 1, the question is without performing long division, check whether it has terminating decimal expansion or not. And question number 2 is if it has terminating decimal expansion, then convert it into decimal. Children, usually if we want to find out whether it has terminating decimal expansion or not, usually what we do, we used to divide. And suppose answer we get like this 0.125 and it terminates, that means it stops. That means we can say that it has terminating decimal expansion. But here, without following long division, we have to check whether it has terminating decimal expansion or not. So here you can see question is 13 upon 3125 equals to 13 upon. Now 3125 means 5 raised to 5. Now children, in denominator, if the number is in the form of 2 and 5, then we can say that it has terminating decimal expansion. Now here, denominator either should be in the form of only 2 or in the form of only 5 or in the form of only 2 and both 2 and 5, then we can say that it has terminating decimal expansion. If we get any other digit, we can say that it is non-terminating decimal, non-terminating, non-recurring expansion. Now here we can see denominator is 5 raised to 5. Here we can see q equals to 5 raised to 5, which is of the form of 2 raised to n, 5 raised to m. Now children, you will say here it is only 5, but 2 is not there. But we have to consider 2 raised to n means 2 raised to 0. You know 2 raised to 0 means 1. So that means denominator, that is q, is in the form of 5. So we can say it has terminating decimal expansion. Now if it has terminating decimal expansion, then we have to convert it into decimal. Here we can see 5 raised to 5. If we will multiply by 2 raised to 5, then it will become 5 into 2, 10. So it will become 10 raised to 5. So we will multiply denominator as well as numerator by 2 raised to 5. Now 13 multiplied by 2 raised to 5 is equals to 416 upon 5 raised to 5 multiplied by 2 raised to 5. 5 into 2, 10. So it will be 10 raised to 5. 416 upon 10 raised to 5 is equals to 0.00416. Turning to question number 2, 17 upon 8. Denominator, we have to convert it in the form of power. So 17 upon 8 means 2 raised to 3. Again here you can see q equals to 2 raised to 3, which is in the form of 2 raised to n multiplied by 5 raised to m. Children, I have already explained you that denominator either it should be in the form of 2 or in the form of 5 or in the form of 2 and 5. So here we can see denominator is in the form of 2. So we can write which is in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. That means it has terminating decimal expansion. It has terminating decimal expansion. We have to convert it in the form of decimal. So 2 raised to 3, we have to make it 10 raised to 3. So we have to multiply by 5 raised to 3. So 17 into 5 raised to 3 is equals to 2125 upon 10 raised to 3 is equals to 2.125. 64 upon 455. Now if we will find out the factors of 455, we will get 5 into 7 into 13. Now here children, you can see denominator, that is q, is in the form of 5, 7 and 3. That means it is not in the form of 5 and 2. So here we will write q equals to 5 into 7 into 13, which is not in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to n. That means it has a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Now as it has a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion, that means we don't have to convert in the form of decimal. Next question, 15 upon 1600. After cutting, we will get 3 upon 320. Now here q is 320. We will find out the factors of 320. Factors of 320 are 2 raised to 6 multiplied by 5 raised to 1. Here we can see q is in the form of 2 and 5. That means it has a terminating decimal expansion. Now 3 upon 2 raised to 6 into 5 raised to 1. Here 5 raised to 1. In place of 5 raised to 1, we want 5 raised to 6. So we will multiply by 5 raised to 5. By multiplying by 5 raised to 5, we will get 5 raised to 6 multiplied by 2 raised to 6. 5 raised to 6 multiplied by 2 raised to 6 is equals to 10 raised to 6. In denominator we have multiplied by 5 raised to 5. So in numerator also we have to multiply by 5 raised to 5. Now here you can see 5 raised to 5 multiplied by 3. Answer will be 9375 upon 10 raised to 6 is equals to 0.009375. Question number 5, 23 upon 343. Factors of 343 are 7 raised to 3 means 29 upon 7 raised to 3. Here denominator is not in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. Therefore, it has a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So we have to stop here only. Here we don't have to convert it in the form of decimal. Next question, 23 upon 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2. Here in question itself factors are given. Factors are 2 and 5. So we'll write q equals to 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2, which is of the form 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. Therefore, it has terminating decimal expansion. Denominator is 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2. We want 5 raised to 3. Now 5 raised to 2 is already there. So if we want to make 5 raised to 3, we have to multiply by 5. So it will become 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3. Denominator we have multiplied by 5. So numerator also we will multiply by 5. So 23 multiplied by 5, answer will be 115 upon 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3 equals to 10 raised to 3. So 115 upon 10 raised to 3 is equals to 0.115. Next question, question number 7, 129 upon 2 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 7 into 7 raised to 5. Here you can see denominator, that is q, is in the form of 2, 5 and 7. Children, here 7 is there. That means q is not in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. Therefore, it has non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Next question, 6 upon 15. After cutting, we'll get 2 upon 5. Children, you have to remember that whenever you see the question, first of all check whether cutting is possible or not. Because here if you will not cut it down, then answer you will get 5 and 3. 5 multiplied by 3. Now if 3 means non-terminating decimal expansion. But if you will cut, then you will get 2 upon 5. Then it will be terminating decimal expansion. That means in question just check whether cutting is possible or not. If cutting is possible, then cut it down. So after cutting, you will get 2 upon 5. Denominator q equals to 5, which is of the form 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. Therefore, it has terminating decimal expansion. Now 5 is there. 5 multiplied by 2, 10. Denominator we have multiplied by 2. So numerator also we have to multiply by 2. So equals to 4 upon 10 is equals to 0.4. Next question, number 9, 35 upon 50. Again here check whether cutting is possible or not. 5 sevens are 5 tens are. So 7 upon 10. Factors of 10, 2 into 5. Denominator is in the form of 2 and 5. Therefore, it has terminating decimal expansion. 7 upon 10 is equals to 0.7. Next question. Question number 3 is check whether rational or not. If rational, write in the form of p by q and also write prime factors of q. Now children, this you have already learned in 9th standard, when how to write it in the form of p by q. Now first of all, we have to check whether it is rational or not. If it is terminating decimal expansion, that means it is a rational number. If it is non-terminating recurring means it is a rational number. But if it is non-terminating non-recurring, then it is irrational number. Here you can see question 43.123456789. It terminates. So here you can say it is terminating decimal expansion. As it terminates, so we can say it terminates. So we can say that it is rational number. Now as it is rational number, we have to convert it in the form of p by q. Now here you can see p by q means q we want. So decimal place is 9. So denominator it will be 10 raised to 9. 10 raised to 9 means we can write 2 raised to 9 into 5 raised to 9. Means q is 2 raised to 9 into 5 raised to 9. Question number 2. Children, as you can see, it's too long, many digits are there. From this you can make out dot 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 means it is non-terminating. Now here numbers repeated are 120, 1200, 12000, 1240. Means it is, that means same numbers are not repeated, means it is non-terminating, non-recurring. Whenever it is non-terminating, non-recurring, means it is irrational number. Whenever it is irrational number, you don't have to convert it in the form of p by q. That means answer ends over here only. Next question. Question number 3 is 43.123456789. Here you can see this bar sign. It shows that these numbers are repeated again and again. That means it is non-terminating, recurring. So it is non-terminating, recurring. Non-terminating, recurring means it is rational number. Now children, this method is too long because many numbers are there. So if you will practice it for 4 to 5 times, then only you will understand. Now x equals to 43.123456789. Again it will be repeated 1, 2, 3. So you write dot 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 and give it number 1. Bar sign is there above 9 digit. That means we have to multiply by 10 raised to 9 to the left side as well as to the right side. So this will become 10 raised to 9x, and here it will become, this point will go to the right side. How many digits? 9 digits. So this will become 10 raised to 9x equals to this number. This x equals to this will give it number 2. After multiplying by 10 raised to 9, that number will give number 2. After this, subtracting number 1 from number 2. After subtracting, you will get the answer 143,744,855,82 upon 333,333,333. Here you can see q equals to 333,333,333. So this is your answer. Children, so here we ends our chapter, that is chapter number 1. Thank you very much.